We got Arby's. Ooh, did you give me some?
The man you are looking at is Brent Peterson, and he is currently the most popular candidate running in the 2024 election. This guy is going super viral on TikTok, but nobody's made a YouTube video about him yet, so I decided to watch every single Brent Peterson video. He's got 1 million supporters. Although Brent Peterson is not a politician, he's amassed an amazing following among the disenfranchised vote of the internet bloc that seeks to parody, as Trump memes have become stale and Biden constantly tripping over his own words is only funny so many times. And finally, as a result, the memes of people like Peterson running for president as a parody resonate with the people who feel a general sense of dissatisfaction with Western leadership. And overall, people are generally frustrated with the way things are going in the world. Now we're seeing Brent Peterson getting that TikTok vote. The term TikTok vote exists to describe voters who get most of their news from TikTok. The data from the most recent election is in, and it's saying that increasingly people are getting their information from TikTok. So now more than ever, politicians are seeking to get on the TikTok platform. So it's absolutely essential that we have people like Brent Peterson, because whoever controls the youth social media is going to inherit politics. So enter Brent Peterson. He's accumulated 1.1 million followers on TikTok, and his general philosophy, well, I'll let you hear it from him himself.
After Republicans, after Democrats, vote for me, President of the United States. I am Brent Peterson.
That's on my kid. Put a chopper on a blade, put a blade on his hip. I keep my right hand spinning like my last name Smith. I don't miss, I'm making money.
And he's cracked at Fortnite, my guy.
So you understand now why people support and want a president like Brent Peterson. It is well known that memes are what won Trump the presidential election in 2016. Yes, it is memes. I will say it again. Memes are what won the presidential election in 2016. And it is memes that basically lost the 2020 presidential election. It was the reason was the memes. I mean, everybody was doing the lockdown memes, and there were too many distracting memes. But in 2016, Trump had control over the memes. And now Brent Peterson has control over the memes. So whoever Brent Peterson endorses, really, I mean, would get a lot of that sort of joking support. Like whoever he picks for his vice president or something. Interested in seeing how far this gaffe will go, because memes are the central, laughter and all those different things, these humorous candidates. Oh, and it was Vermin Supreme was the person who I was thinking of earlier. It's Vermin Supreme was the one who ran, and he promised everybody a pony.
It's not about the government-issued toothpaste containing an addictive yet harmless substance. No, friends, it is not even about DNA gene splicing to create a race of winged monkeys to act as tooth fairies. My name is Vermin Supreme. I'm a friendly fascist. I'm a tyrant that you should trust, and you should let me run your life.
To me, Vermin Supreme is a classic disruptor of the political order. Get ready, because in 2024, we're going to see every hack comedian coming out and say that they're running for 2024 president. Mark my words, we're going to see people coming out from under a rock who haven't been in the limelight for, Stephen Colbert will be like, oh, I'm running for president, or Jon Stewart, all these just washed up, lost celebrities.
What is wrong with you?
What we need to do as a community is we need to only support Brent Peterson. I'm nominating Vermin Supreme to be Brent Peterson's running mate. I think that they're the perfect fit. That's my vote. In the future, leading up to 2024, we're going to see just a bunch of bad comedians saying that they're running for president. What we need to do is we need to not gas them up. We need to just be like, no, you're not running for president. We don't support you for president. We support Brent Peterson. We support only Brent Peterson. You see, support for a satirical candidate in politics only works when we have unwavering support. When we view Brent Peterson as our Kim Jong-un, when we view Brent Peterson as more than a politician, as the God Emperor, essentially. And then through parody, we pretty much achieve something that can only be achieved through laughter. And it essentially sort of throws a monkey wrench into the system You see, probably the most powerful tool that the common folk have is the power of laughter and parody, the ability to make a mockery out of authority. One of the most powerful bonds that exists between human beings is a shared sense of humor, a shared sense of personality. It follows right downstream from the shared sense of humor. You see, the main reason why work, school, the economic system, all these different things are boring is because they're designed to keep people not interested in them because they're important. You see, when you go to a work meeting or you go to some sort of team building exercise at school, it's specifically designed to be a sort of corny bit of fun. It's a serious, it's suit and tie sort of fun, and it's made for the people to be able to enjoy themselves and bond in a workplace environment that it essentially doesn't that lends itself in the opposite direction of authenticity. I one time saw two people who were like old people screaming at each other near like a political rally, and they were opposite ends of the political spectrum, and they were just screaming at each other. And I was like, these two people are accomplishing nothing. They're just, honestly, it's like a recreational activity for them too. They should be becoming friends, or they should be able to laugh with each other even if they do disagree, because ultimately the conversation that they're arguing about at that particular moment outside of that rally, just, it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. It doesn't really affect anybody's vote. They're just making fools out of themselves. They're just arguing for the sake of argument. And I think that disruptive comedians like Brent Peterson and what he represents is sort of a jovial, like, regardless of what political affiliations you have or the way you see the world, at least you and me can, at first, when we meet in this very contentious political environment, we can both agree that we support this parody. We agree beforehand that we support Brent Peterson sort of opening up the dialogue for a more meaningful humor conversation, and through humor we find wisdom. And this is why you watch cable TV and all the jokes are corny. This is so that it dulls people down and it gets them out of touch with a true sense of humor. And unfortunately, many people are not in touch with their sense of humor. So the political arena invites people like this Peterson fellow to inherit this position of millions of followers because we need that desperately, that sense of parody and a person to rally around to escape the divisive nature of sort of career and celebrity politics.
Now, I have a few things to say about celebrity politicians. First of all, supporting a celebrity politician is often self-serving. Even Brent Peterson, if you look, there's plenty of people who are trying to ride his dick. That's sort of the way that TikTok works, is that there's these people who come out and then they expand on the meme and they make songs and stuff like that that have pretty cringe lyrics.
Brent Peterson got my vote, yeah, that shit was earned. Check him in the valley, these bitches gon' learn. He needs a vice president with some nerve.
But we all appreciate the fact that people have gone out of their way to make content that's original content. They're artists.
The ability to find humor is like at the heart of the human soul. It's literally Dungeons and Dragons. It's a historical event of biblical proportions. When a new politician takes presidential office, it's historic on magnitude beyond proportion, outside of our understanding. So when the people, outside of our real scope of comprehension, really a larger scale. So think about it. When the common people all share a sense of humor, and the laughter goes hand in hand with wit, and then it goes hand in hand with like sort of a snide awareness that what the system's up to. But when the system is able to put in place these like Amy Schumers or these bad comedians or these people who make us feel corny, and our sense of humor is washed out like a bad Adam Sandler movie, it robs the culture of its fundamental sense of wit and its sense of itself. The ability for people to find humor is a mark of intelligence. And when people are saturated by unfunny content growing up, and they're subjected to advertising and these different celebrities who have agendas that want to make their, just want to sell something to their audience, nobody's having a genuine laugh. Well, you see, a genuine laugh is more powerful than a million votes, I'd say. A genuine laugh across the board. And I think that a genuine laugh and a general sense of camaraderie in supporting a politician, even if it's something as silly as Brent Peterson and Vermin Supreme running for president in 2024 is a powerful meme force. And it's great to see that the new generation on TikTok is adapting to this sense of parody, and that this sort of archetypal court gesture sort of figure still has the ability to rise up in 2022, and it should be celebrated. And we should look to our comedians with hope, and especially in the current day and age when we see everything that's happening with social media being reevaluated. The Elon Musk acquisition of Twitter has a lot to do, was sort of a huge symptom of what's happening on a larger scale, right? So what's happening with that, and why it relates to this, is Elon Musk put this idea out there that he wants to create a path to redemption for content creators who, got banned off of Twitter and then want to come back onto the platform. There's, lifetime bans are, a thing of the past, according to Elon. That's what's coming down later on as they roll out the new Twitter, system underneath its new management. Well, now on Twitter, a lot of people are talking about bringing back Trump onto the platform, but most notably what I'm going to talk about is Alex Jones, because Alex Jones is similarly a court gesture figure who tells a lot of truth in certain circumstances. He gets caught up in misinformation and gets misrepresented a lot. There's a lot of controversy around him. I'm sure some of the things he said are not true, and some of the things he says are true. Standard disclaimer there, not endorsing any of the things that Alex Jones said. I'm merely looking at him from an objective point of view as a symbol, as a destructive symbol, as an archetypal court gesture figure, as he exists yelling and ranting on his show, about these sound clip worthy sort of things. But in reality, Alex Jones is a major political force because he opens people up to a new way of thinking. And people might not necessarily like Alex Jones, or even people who don't like him still share his clips because there is a ringing sentiment of, there's something being communicated there, whether you see it as he's a symbol of something bad, or he's a symbol of something good, or he's a disruptive force for good or a disruptive force for bad. Doesn't really matter. The point of the matter is that he's a prominent communication tool, and as a clippable entity, and as an image, an image is worth 1,000 words. And the path to bringing Alex Jones back to Twitter is sort of emblematic of the entire thing that I wanted to get at in this video by discussing a lot of these different situations. It's time for a full reevaluation of the entire structure of humor, and we'll get to all those different aspects in another video. But I think that bring back Louis C.K. Forgive Louis C.K. We need to stand against cancel culture, and we need to have a joint sense of humor, and we need to rally around people like Brent Peterson, who are authentic and genuine, and actually bring a sense of authenticity and camaraderie to the people, because that's better than any politician. Because politicians might come and go, might write things into legislation, but a good comedian, a good sense of laughter and a good sense of community, well, that's a force that goes beyond politics. That goes right to the heart and soul of human nature, and that's what Brent Peterson represents to me. Regardless of what happens to him after I upload this video, I'm saying from the current day, right now, what we see of this man, and the path that he has outside, laid out in front of him as a symbol, the universal court gesture, the archetypal court gesture, that sort of symbol. And I think that our time needs that, and that's what I mean when I say that I support Brent Peterson.
President of the United States, I am Brent Peterson.